Welcome back as we work to connect with each other and with Jesus. Well, I'm here out front of our church in a nice flower bed that we have. Well, about a year ago, we came out here and we cleaned it up, tore out all the weeds and the overgrowth, and decided to plant new plants. And specifically, we planted some rose bushes, and they look great. It looked beautiful. It was a nice addition and update to the church. The problem is, I didn't finish the project. I didn't put any weed barrier down. I didn't put any rock or mulch. So what happened is that weeds were allowed just to grow up anywhere and everywhere. And the weeds became so prevalent that it required some weed killer, some weed spray to take care of the issue. But with that, the roses got some of the brunt of the weed spray. Now this rose right here over my shoulder looks great. It's blooming. It looks like a very healthy plant, but some of the other rose bushes don't. You can take a look at this one to see that there's still growth there, but it's the shell of what the one over my shoulder actually looks like. But sometimes I think we can feel like those rose bushes that kind of got knocked down, that the weed spray impacted. We can feel like we're being choked out. We can feel like we're being forgotten, or that we're no longer useful or beneficial. But there's still growth there. And it reminds me what the Apostle Paul said in Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. He says, "He who began the good work in you will continue his work until it is finally finished on the day when Christ Jesus returns." There are times we feel like those rose bushes that got knocked down, that the things of this world are choking us, that we are being left for dead and really there's no use for us anymore. But I'm confident that is not the case. Wherever you are, I know that God has not forgotten you, that God has not left you out of his plans, and that God has a purpose for you. So even if there's just a little bit of life left in you, I want to remind you and encourage you today that God can still use you. He is still working in your life, and he will not stop working until he's finished with you. If there's life, God isn't finished. So persevere. Stay connected to each other and to Jesus.